देखो ना. Hello.
Ah, Satish.
Yes, Ashish.
Yeah.
So we'll try to focus on other things which we have not discussed
Yeah.
during the live surgical thing.
पहला वापस फ्रंटल एक बार कर डाल बाबा.
हाँ, फ्रंटल तो करेंगे ही.
हाँ.
कल भी करेंगे फ्रंटल.
हाँ.
But हाँ, फेस्ट तो करना ही है. But besides that,
yeah.
we'll move on to the advanced things. What possible things can be done on a cadaver.
Yeah.
And we have to stop by 8 o'clock. That is the limit.
You please tell that to yourself.
मन नहीं है लेकिन मेरे को पता है 3 घंटे में सब कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So I'll go little faster.
Yeah.
ठीक है?
Yeah.
कुर्सी दे इधर.
कॉर्डा टिम्पेना देखनी है बस.
ऊंची वाला. कॉर्डा टिम्पेना ही तो अभी आधा घंटे में आ जाएगी.
अच्छा चलो.
नाइफ. नाइफ यार पहला इंस्ट्रूमेंट मांगा उसी में रो दिया ना. मैं तो इतनी देर से बोल रहा हूँ कुर्सी उठा के दे दे इधर.
अरे कुर्सी बोल रहा हूँ यार.
No, he's gone.
Hello.
हाँ.
Yes, Ashish. So first I'll start with the Haddad flap.
Okay.
We discuss a lot about this flap.
Yes.
This is a very versatile flap.
Yeah.
First devised by 2 Argentinian otolaryngologists.
Yeah.
And after that the Argentinian society expelled them from the association.
Really? Why?
Yes, because of their good work done and popularity. See, hello.
Associations, yeah.
Yeah, Argentinian. This is a fact.
मैं गुप्ता सर की तरह देख रहा था.
और वो ऊंची वाली स्टूल मंगाया. हाँ, ओटी सर. Section. Hello.
हाँ.
See.
क्या बोल?
This flap is considered to be like PMMC for head and neck reconstruction.
Yes.
It is a very reliable flap, and the landmarks for the flap are periosteum there. It is based on the posterior nasal branch of the sphenopalatine.
Yeah.
We'll see the sphenopalatine in the dissection, and I'll show how it is branched and how this branch goes to the nasal septum. See, can you see the sphenoid ostium?
Very nicely, yeah.
Now, this vessel is given off. Here is the sphenopalatine foramen.
Yeah.
It gives 2 branches, one to the inferior turbinate here, and one posteriorly, which goes on the anterior face of the sphenoid and supply the ipsilateral mucoperiosteum of the nasal septum.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to take that, this branch runs a few 4-5 millimeters below the sphenoid sinus ostium. That's why it is frequently damaged during inferior widening of the sphenoid ostium.
Yeah.
So the first horizontal incision is just below the sphenoid ostium, and second is just above the choana.
Yeah.
Nice. This is a simple flap. Oh, Pankaj boss किधर है? Boss जी, Haddad. Yeah. Now Ashish,
flap, yeah.
I am taking this incision.
Yeah.
See, I am leaving the superior mucosa medial to the middle turbinate. That is olfactory mucosa.
Yeah.
So I am coming little inferiorly up to the anterior end of the middle turbinate.
Yeah.
Then I will take
Then
a
you're
sharp
going up,
superior turn
as much superior as
up to the roof.
Yeah.
See, up to the roof, like this, and depending upon the length required, you can take your incision anteriorly. If you don't need a bigger flap, I could limit my incision up to here, 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 anywhere.
Okay.
But the only lacuna with this flap is this has to be harvested before the tumor resection.
Yeah.
So you never know what kind of the defect is going to be. So prophylactically, it's always better to harvest the largest possible flap.
Correct.
So that it should not fall short. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is my superior incision. I am taking this up to anteriorly up to here. You can take it up to the vestibule.
Yeah.
Now, similarly, the inferior incision. This is the inferior incision. Now, if you want a broader flap, this was the original Haddad flap up to the floor. If you want a broader flap, you can include the entire nasal floor up to the lateral nasal wall.
Yeah.
You can take this much extra if you want. If you are expecting a bigger defect, you can take that. Otherwise, up to the nasal mucosa, and bring anteriorly. Now take a vertical incision and join both the flaps. Okay? Like this. So this is a complete marking of the
Header.
flap incision. See how big the flap is. It's around 7 centimeter long, more than 6 centimeter wide. You can extend to 1 more centimeter and simply raise like you raise for the septoplasty. Say this plain.
Still Basundi?
This is the Cottle's elevator.
Headers.
You can raise bilateral Hadad flap. हाँ एक मिनट आप बीच में नहीं. Say this. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knife. This is how this flap can be elevated, like this. Now, on the previous incision line, elevate this, keep on elevating. Now, from the anterior end, where is Ashim? Ashish,
Not here, I don't know.
I think he has gone to auditorium.
He's not yet here.
Huh?
He's not yet here.
Tomorrow he is going to demonstrate the median nerve section. So you just keep elevating. Like this, and you can push this either in the nasopharynx or you can keep this flap in the maxillary antrum during the surgical procedure at the skull base. Scissors. See, this takes the vessel in the flap over here. This is the pedicle. Now it is completely elevated. Scissors. And I am pushing it down in the nasopharynx. Okay? Hello? Hello?
Ah, Satish, yeah.
This is the complete Hadad flap of
Yeah.
this side. Now, for the fess, you have seen, we have already discussed the landmarks in detail in the morning. The middle turbinate, the
Yeah.
first part, second part here, and the third part going down section. This is the anterior fontanelle, which is anterior to the uncinate process. This is the anterior fontanelle. If some fontanelle is posterior, then it is posterior. You know.
नहीं
तो नीचे करना,
जहाँ पर बैठते हैं ना शायद उधर रखा
ये भी रद्दी लेके आया ना, ये भी नहीं ढंग की लाते। हाँ
है। It's a very special permission.
ओके, उसको घुमा, हटवा, सीधा कर इसको। हेलो,
Yeah.
so I am starting first the basic face on this side after the Hadad flap. See the same way, reverse biting. You have to join this fontanelle with the natural ostium. Go anteriorly up to the fontanelle. See?
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
दूसरी ball from me. And now you can widen the middle meatal and trust me. Yeah. This is the upper part of the uncinate. Debride. 40. This is the interior of the maxillary sinus. See, this is the halar cell.
Yeah. Opened already. Yeah.
Just remove the party wall. I am taking the upper part of the uncinate now. Pardon? Is the halar cell is infraorbital ethmoidal cell. Nematization of the orbital process is halar cell. This is where I am debriding, is the region of the lacrimal bone. This is the uncinectomy part, the upper end of the
So
uncinate.
this is, I think, very important. The moment you start getting the uncinate out here, start looking at the anterior wall of the bulla and look at its attachment. You know, so you start now looking for, actually you're doing the uncinate, but you're looking for the lamina papricia.
See the large Agarnici cell.
Super. Yeah. This is going to be a cakewalk.
This is the medial wall of the Agarnici where the
Yeah.
uncinate gets
Yeah.
fused. This is the lamina papricia.
Yes, beautifully. So the entire uncinate is out. Now the lamina, this is also leading you there, and this is also leading you there. The most, I think, the most basic and
Ashish,
important. Yeah,
this is the medial wall of the Agarnici.
yeah.
Yeah, one more thing for the sake of anatomy to all. At this point, before going to the frontal, I'll show you the nasolacrimal system. 2 minutes and the entire system will be exposed. This cadaveric dissection is aimed at showing the anatomy. See,
Yeah.
if I remove this mucoperiosteum, this
Satish,
yeah,
beware now. Kirtane sir is here.
pardon?
Beware now. Kirtane sir has come.
Yeah.
So
Sir.
you cannot fool us anymore.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, good evening.
Sir,
एक minute.
we have just started. I have raised the...
He's on the phone, so it's okay. You talk. Yeah. Satish. Yeah.
Yes. So,
Right.
to see the nasolacrimal system here, I'll just cut this inferior turbinate and
Yes.
show you how it opens. We have seen in the morning. See where it opens. I am
Yes.
in the inferior meatus.
You can see the opening
See
there.
this opening here.
Yeah.
1 centimeter behind the anterior end of the...
When you're pressing on the sac, we can see the movement there.
Yes.
I
Sir,
don't actually see an opening because of the valve.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I just started and I have raised this Hadad flap of this side.
You can still see that.
Hadad flap.
Yeah.
This is the complete flap. And I pushed in the nasopharynx.
Show us how you push it.
This is the flap.
Ah, fantastic.
Then I was showing the nasolacrimal system.
Yeah.
See how this opens at this point in the inferior turbinate. ये कौन सा कैरिसन लाया यार? अजीब सा कैरिसन है, क्या लाया? See, this is the nasolacrimal duct. You see this duct?
Yeah.
Here it opens below at this level. We have seen from below. Just to show the anatomy.
Just to make that point about you saying the direction of the reverse cutting.
See, this is the opening and this is the valve of Hassner.
Yeah.
This is the opening here through the wall of Hassner. This mucosal aggregation, can you see this opening?
Yes, yes, very nicely. Yeah.
So this is the wall of Hassner and we can go inside
yeah.
the nasolacrimal system. Okay? I leave it here, 70 degree.
वो last एक दो point देखा था if you don't mind, that reverse cutting, why you see it is to be always directed inferiorly.
बता दिया ना सुबह.
This guy is ignoring
Yeah. Yeah, Ashish.
Ah.
In the morning we discussed that when you use a reverse biting, you should keep the your reverse
Angle,
biting directed anterior inferiorly.
Yeah.
See, this is the nasolacrimal duct.
Yeah.
We have already removed the uncinate process.
Yeah.
See inferiorly how far is the nasolacrimal duct here.
Yeah.
Still so much of distance.
Yeah.
While superiorly it is here in close proximity.
Okay.
This is the duct. This is the duct. So the reverse biting should be directed always inferiorly. In the sinus, this is the prominence of the infraorbital nerve, which is a continuation of V2. This is the Agarnese cell, 70. Now, using the 70 degree, I am looking up. Once you see the Agarnese, this is the bulla intact, and this is the Agarnese cell.
Yeah.
And this is a clear-cut, simplest configuration one can expect.
Yeah.
For the frontal sinus.
Yeah.
Go behind the Agarnese completely.
Yeah.
Fracture it anteriorly and laterally, and you see the frontal up. See the frontal sinus up.
Yeah.
Forceps, upturn. Debrider. So this is the simplest configuration of the frontal recess. See, whatever configuration is, the basic fundamental is the limits remain same. So we should, if we focus on the limits, we'll never land up with any complication during frontal recess surgery. Now, that is the frontal sinus.
Yeah.
Curate the no? See, I am widening just to increase the exposure of the interior of the sinus. See the scallopings within the sinus.
Yeah.
And this is the entire frontal sinus. Now, we were discussing the draft procedures. Okay. See, if we raise this mucoperiosteal flap from here on to the upper part of the septum, like inverted U. See, this is the floor of the frontal sinus. This medial part of the floor. See, going behind, Nice. This draft 3 or modified Lothrops is a part of the transcribiform approach procedure. In the transcribiform approach, I'll show you all the skull-based approaches, how they are classified and what can be approached through those. Transcribiform, as the name implies, is through the cribiform plate. So all the lesion of the frontal cranial base and the intracranial region. See now? Hello?
Yeah, yeah,
See this inverted U flap?
yeah.
I am going behind to show you the beginning of the cribiform.
Yeah.
So far, we haven't reached the cribiform. This is all frontal floor. Go behind, keep on going behind. Can you see the first
Yeah,
neuron?
yeah, yeah.
We saw during live surgery
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah, yeah, very nice.
So this neuron contains the dural seat along with dural as well as the subarachnoid space along with. So keeping this as a landmark for the beginning of the cribiform, whatever you drill anteriorly is the floor of the frontal sinus, and if you remove the nasal septum of, anterior to the middle turbinate, this kind of a window up to the roof, and do this type 2B on both sides with removal of the nasal septum and intersinus septum will be draft 3, which we are keeping as a first case tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is draft 3. So this is first neuron. Now, in the transcribiform approach, what do? We resect the cribiform plate, which extends from the beginning is the first olfactory neuron and the ending is the posterior ethmoidal artery. In between, on both sides, and flushed laterally with the lamina papyracea, the entire rectangular plate, if you remove, you directly access the frontal lobe above. Through this approach, you can remove lots of lesions arising in the roof of the nose, like olfactory neuroblastoma and other lesions, like meningioma, schwannoma of this region. So this is the direct approach to the frontal base, and the advantage over the open approaches is no brain elevation is required, which has its known morbidity. Ashish, I am removing all this mucosa
Yeah, yeah, for dissection thing. Yeah.
and all this everything
Yeah.
to show you the more anatomy. Removing everything over here. See the many neurons, one after other.
Yeah.
Just exposing this area completely, debrided. See now the anterior ethmoidal artery. Can you see?
Yes, we can
So
see. Yeah.
another advantage of the transcribiform approach is like you are dealing with a meningioma or something, olfactory meningioma. You can devascularize the tumor before you handle the tumor. You coagulate both the anterior and posterior ethmoidal arteries, the tumor will be devascularized, there will be hardly any bleeding, which is not possible in the transcranial approaches. The only disadvantage is the olfaction. So in a professional, like if you are doing olfactory meningioma for a chef whose olfaction is the most important thing in life, the transcranial is the preferred approach. So see, I am removing this basal lamella, bulla, and this is the cribiform, the anterior ethmoidal artery completely exposed. Ashish,
Yeah.
I am showing the anatomy and going fast so we can cover more things.
So we don't miss the Delhi girls.
Hello,
Yeah, yeah.
you can ask in between if anybody
Yeah.
has any query or anything. See this part of the middle turbinate I am removing, I am leaving the inferior stump intact. We have 3 hours to go.
Hello, now really 3 hours, huh?
It's 5 o'clock now?
Yes.
Yes. I am removing this part. Scissors there. I am not showing any particular approach, but the anatomy and the possible approaches. Now, this part of the middle turbinate. Okay, debrider. This is the posterior ethmoid. बंद हो गया. Now, see, this is the superior turbinate. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yeah. Sorry, I missed. What am I supposed to see?
I am still doing with a 70 degree.
Ah.
And this is the, I am removing all mucosa to expose the bone so that we can remove the bone also. 0. Straight. बंद हो गया. Now, if I go medial to the superior turbinate, that is the sphenoid ostium.
I'll get that. I have the earlier
Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Can you see the sphenoid ostium?
Yes, yes.
So this is the superior turbinate.
Yeah.
I am staying medial to the superior turbinate, removing all this cell so that we can expose the skull base. Now widening the anterior face of the sphenoid. See, again it looks like Onodi situation.
Yeah.
And see some important protuberances or important landmarks inside the sphenoid sinus.
Yeah. See, every
They're widening the sphenoid. Now, within the sphenoid, okay type, hockey type. Hello?
Ah.
Yes. See in the sphenoid, in the midline behind is going to be the pituitary over here. It's not prominent. Now see the prominent. What is this?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, Satish.
This is the carotid artery.
Yeah.
And this is the optic now. This is the cavernous carotid. This is the anterior band of the carotid artery. See, carotid has 7 parts. The carotid after, we'll see the parapharyngeal carotid over here. From the neck, it ascends to the parapharyngeal region, and then it enters the temporal bone as a vertical segment and then horizontal segment like this. And then from there it emerges at the level of the foramen lacerum here, laterally here. it emerges as the vertical cavernous segment. The cavernous has three parts: the vertical cavernous, then the horizontal cavernous, and this is the anterior genu of the carotid artery. Vertical cavernous after the foramen lacerum, then posterior band, then horizontal,